The problem with the West empowering allies to be its attack dogs against Russia is that sometimes the proxy manages to chew through its leash or its harness. It then starts running around doing its business all over the neighbors' yards while loudly barking its excitement and even causing simple-minded creatures to bark along with it. That is until the master shows up and drags it back into the yard and gets it under control. This is exactly what seems to have happened now between the West and its allies in 3 separate recent incidents. Most recently, there was the Crimea bridge explosion. On Saturday morning, in the wake of the attack, Ukrainian officials celebrated on social media.
Crimea, the bridge, the beginning. Everything illegal must be destroyed. Everything stolen must be returned to Ukraine. Everything occupied by Russia must be expelled.
The guided missile cruiser Moskva and the Kerch Bridge, 2 notorious symbols of Russian power in Ukrainian Crimea, have gone down. What's next in line? Ruskies?
Representatives of European states also cheered what appeared to have been a terrorist act.
I believe this target has been around for a very long time. Estonia certainly welcomes this and congratulates the Ukrainian Special Operations units who are expected to be behind this operation. It's a balm for the soul, especially given yesterday was Putin's birthday. It's great he received such gift. I wish him more of such gifts.
The West congratulated Kiev while cavalierly treating the destruction of civilian infrastructure like it was a personal jab at Russian President Vladimir Putin on his birthday, kind of like, neighborhood teenagers had thrown raw eggs at his garage door. Some Western media pinned the incident on Ukrainian special services, effectively echoing the Kremlin's assertion that Kiev behaves like a terrorist state. But by Saturday afternoon, there was a distinct shift in tone. A Ukrainian official close to Zelensky tried to shift blame away from Kiev, implying that Russia blew itself up.
Now seriously, FSB tried to eliminate leadership of Defense Ministry. Before personnel change, FSB was in knockdown, missed Putin's bridge explosion. Defense Ministry can now blame FSB for the future South loss. Isn't it obvious who made an explosion? The truck arrived from Russian Federation.
The Pentagon, for once, didn't really have much to say, interestingly enough. Not even some spin or encouragement in favor of Ukraine, as U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has a chronic tendency of offering up. So what accounts for the shift? Maybe Washington managed to get Kyiv back on leash sometime during the day on Saturday. A similar pattern was evident after Zelensky called for a NATO preemptive strike on Russia last Thursday.
What should NATO do? Eliminate the possibility of Russia using nuclear weapons. I once again appeal to the international community, as it was before February 24th. We need preemptive strikes so that Russia would know what awaits them if they use nuclear weapons.
By Friday, Zelensky was already trying to gaslight everyone and pretending that he didn't actually say what he said.
And I said, you have to do preventive kicks, not attacks.
So again, what happened that led Zelensky to backpedal on his statement? Perhaps he felt the pressure of the Western hand that feeds him his endless weapons and cash, but which clearly isn't too keen on having Kyiv spark a nuclear football match or actually setting off World War III. Also recall what happened in the wake of the attacks on the Nord Stream pipelines that run from Russia to Europe. Right afterwards, Poland's former foreign minister tweeted, "Thank you, USA." That post, which stayed up for a few days, is now deleted amid the ongoing debate over who's actually responsible. Several voices in the U.S., including some prominent members of the establishment, are growing less shy about overtly blaming the U.S. for the attack. So what made Sikorsky decide days later that publicly thanking his pals in America maybe wasn't such a good idea? Perhaps Washington made an appearance and gave him a little whack on the nose with a rolled-up newspaper.